Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since my last video. I am over my bout with the flu and we have a nice day, so I figured why not come on down and make a video about a Kia Soul. Why not? The Soul has been in the Kia lineup for years. It's always one of their top sellers, and they actually offer it in 6 different trim levels. The LX is the base trim. Then you have the S trim, then the GT line like this one, then the X line, then the EX, and then the top trim, which is the turbo trim, which actually gets you an upgraded powertrain opposed to the other 5. So there are plenty of trims to choose from, starting under $20,000 for the base model and all the way up to just about $30,000 for the turbo trim. So we're in the middle of the pack right here with the GT line, right around $25,000. So let's see what you get for the price on this 2022 Kia Soul. As you can see, we have our standard Kia 2022 badge. We have flat black on the front grille with some silver accents, which I like. You have the GT line badge down here, as well as some red accents along this brushed aluminum finish, which is nice. Now, the lighting is all standard lighting. There is no LED lighting on the GT line trim, so you have standard projector beam headlights with standard daytime running lights and standard fog lights. So if you're used to the LED lighting, that is a nice bright white light. When you go back to the standard lighting, like on this car, you're going to see that yellow, yellowish hue to the light, and that'll tell you that it's not LED. It is a standard projector beam, and that's what we have here. All right, so the wheel and tire package for the Soul GT line is an upgraded 18-inch wheel with your gray and silver look on it, which I like, with your red center cap and the new Kia badge, which is nice. Standard brakes, standard rotors, 235 on the width, 45 series sidewall with all-season tires, all 4 corners. As we come down the side of the car, you have color matched on the side view mirror along with your directionals. You're color matched on the door handles, on the front and on the back. You have your fuel filler cap. Nice Soul badge here on this nice flat black trim along the windows, which I like on the GT line trim. Up top, you got color matched on the shark fin antenna, and you do have a standard sized sunroof. All right, here we are at the back of the car. You got your big Kia badge right in the middle of the tailgate, your rear wiper, Soul badge on the left, GT line badge in red on the right, which is nice. You got your simulated rear diffuser. You got fake side vents here, which I don't like. And the exhaust is tucked up underneath the bumper. On a GT line, I would have liked to seen some type of silver tip exhaust or maybe black tip exhaust coming out. Doesn't have to be dual, but I think it would be more attractive if we had a better looking exhaust on the back. Engine wise, what are we looking at here, guys? It is a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine matched to a CVT transmission, making 147 horsepower. MPGs, 28 in the city, 33 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, which means you can run this engine on regular unleaded gas, and with the price of gas lately, that'll be helpful to the old wallet. All right, guys, we are now in the interior of this Soul GT line, and before we get started with the interior review, how much does it cost? Well, the way this one's optioned at the GT trim level, $24,290 is the MSRP. Let's see what you get. First off, we're taking a look at the foot box. We have a large dead pedal on the far left, brake pedal and accelerator, all in black rubber. I do like the Soul floor mats. They look nice. On the seats, we have manual adjustment on the driver and passenger seat. No electric assist in the Soul until you get all the way up to the turbo trim, and you would get power driver's seat at that point. Door panel, Pretty plain, nice design, but all pretty much one color, which is black. Hard plastic along the top, hard plastic on the armrest, maybe a little bit of soft touch material on the far back of that armrest. However, no piano black plastic on the door panel. It's just all flat black plastic around the switchgear, which is nice. Up around the door handle, you do have that nice brushed aluminum, as well as that aluminum design that goes along there. That is actually a plastic aluminum design. As we move over to the dash, you have your gloss black plastic around the heating and air vent, which is Then you have some soft touch material on top of the dashboard and hard plastic down here. Moving to the head unit, we have the standard 10.25 inch Kia Infotainment System for this GT line trim. In the lower trims of the LX and S, you would get an 8 inch. So the GT line does give you a larger screen with dual panel capability, which is nice. It is a touch screen, which is nice and responsive. You do have Apple CarPlay. You do have Android Auto. Put it into reverse. You do have a reversing camera with trajectory out the back, which is nice and clear. As we move down further, you have dual climate control in the GT line, which is nice, where you have your auto button, and that controls the driver's side, and you can sync it up with the passenger side. So if the driver, if we turn the sync off, and the driver wants to be a little bit cooler, they can turn it down. The passenger stays the same. If the passenger feels they need to be a little bit cooler too, they can hit the sync, and now both sides are the same. Front and rear defrost. You have your air recirc button here, your fan speed, and which way you want the air to blow, either on your feet, in your face, or both. As we move further down, you have a 12 volt and 2 USBs, which is nice, and wireless charging pad on top, which is a nice perk for a car that's sub $25,000. I like that. Moving farther down, you have your standard gear shift to go through the gears, the simulated gears, I should say, on this CVT transmission. And then you have your engine start and stop button here in nice silver. And then you have your drive modes, where you can go between sport, normal, and that is it. Sport and normal in this car. Moving further down, we have our Kia detonator style key fob, which is nice, where you have your door lock, door open to open the rear tailgate, and your panic button on the side. That is your remote start, but standard Kia fob looks good. We got 2 cup holders and an old-fashioned style manual emergency brake, which is nice. I like that. And then we have our holder down here in your center armrest for some extra storage. And these blank switches here on the driver and passenger side, this is where you would have your heated seats. If you had an upper level trim, heated seats does not come with the GT line trim. So this car does not have heated seats, does not have ventilated seats, does not have a heated steering wheel. Here's this nice flat bottom GT line steering wheel. I like the steering wheel quite a bit. I'm not a big fan of the piano gloss black plastic here, but overall it's very, very attractive. You got your new Kia badge here. You got the modes for your voice commands and telephone controls on the left, cruise on the right, and as well as your stalks back here. That'll take you through your auto. We have it on auto lights, or you can have it on parking lights, or you can go with headlights. And this is the switch to have your fog lights on or off. And on the other side, this is where you would see your windshield wiper controls for the front wiper and for the rear wiper, which is standard on every Kia. Looking at the dash, it is all analog for the speedometer, for your revs, for coolant temperature, and for your fuel level, with a small little digital display in the center, which is going to give you your fuel economy, average fuel economy, outside temperature, odometer reading, as well as moving from your sport to your normal drive mode, and that's it. Pretty basic, pretty plain on the dash. All right, we're in the back, and in typical Kia fashion, there is plenty of passenger legroom and headroom in the back of this CUV, as it's officially classified by Kia. And the cube shape really helps. We got huge amounts of headroom. I'm 5'11", plenty of room. I also have plenty of room for my legs, plenty of knee space. This seat is set for where I would be when I'm driving, and plenty of room. The back seat door panels are pretty much the same as the front. Hard black plastic. You got your silver trim, brushed aluminum trim, whatever you'd like to call it. You have your aluminum design here around it. We have flat black plastic on the switchgear as well. There is no pockets behind the back seats, which I think is kind of strange. And there is no center armrest, which I think is kind of strange. All right, rear command center is pretty much just one USB, which I like for connectivity, but there are no vents for your heat and air. Would like to see vents for heat and air as well, but it does have rear seat connectivity, which I like. All right, guys, I'm back of the car now. We're going to take a look at the rear. Just pop the button underneath, tailgate pops up, and you have a nice, smaller size rear cargo area with the back seats up. You have this cargo net, which was optioned with the car, as well as a nicer cargo mat, which is still wrapped in its plastic, and the wheel nuts. Underneath, down here, if you pull up, is a spare tire, which is nice. Now, to pull the seats down, you can't do it from the back. You have to do it from the side by flipping up this button and then pushing the seat. Harder to do for me this way, but if I can do that on both sides, then you can get an idea of what it looks like with the rear seats down as well. Maximizes your cargo space, and with this cube shape, you have plenty of room to get large objects in and out of the back, which I like, and I think that's part of the reason why this car is so popular with folks. All right, so we are driving the GT line Soul, and first impressions, it is slow, and that's fine. This isn't designed to be a quick car. It's got a sporty exterior package, but driving wise, it is going to drive the same as any of the other lesser trims, because they all have the naturally aspirated 2.0 liter 4-cylinder with the CVT. If you want to splurge and move up to the turbo trim on the Soul, then you get the 1.6 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder with 201 horsepower, which is the same engine they have in the Kia Forte GT. So it is a big upgrade compared to this engine in particular. But what this has, its advantage is the fact that it is a easy car to drive. It's got plenty of visibility with this cube shape. I have plenty of visibility out of the windshield, out of the side glass, out of the rear glass, as well as a very large rear view mirror. So no problems with blind spots. You get really good gas mileage. You know, if you can average on a tank 30 miles to the gallon, that's going to get you some good range. And you can use regular unleaded gas, so that's going to keep the cost down. So that's what the perks of this, and it's got a sporty look. So I kind of think that's kind of cool that it's got this sporty look to it. And the upgraded wheels, which I think look nicer than the standard wheels, and you know, you get that nice 45 series sidewall, so you get a really comfortable drive and a comfortable ride out of this car. Even it soaks up the bumps no problem, and it really is quite the pleasurable place to be behind the wheel. So overall, I like how it drives. Obviously, the steering is a bit numb and light because this is not designed to be a quick car. But that's okay because that's not what this is designed for. And let me know what you guys think. I mean, we got 6 trim levels to choose from in the Soul. I see a lot of Souls out on the road. And let me know what you would do. Would you go with the entry-level trim and try to get it into one of these for just under 20 grand? Or would you take the middle-of-the-road trim like this one and, you know, be right in the middle at that just over $24,000 price point? Or would you splurge and go with the turbo trim and ramp up the price to right about $30,000? I think officially the MSRP is like $29,700 and something dollars, so it's essentially $30,000 for the turbo trim, which seems like a good amount of money, maybe a little bit too much money for a Soul. But I figured, you know what, I'd give this one a try. I'd give it a drive. I see a lot of them around. I know I have seen people make jokes about these cars, you know, just because it's, I don't know why, because it's a cube, because, I don't know. You tell me what you think about it. Is this a serious car to look at if you're looking for a car that's under $25,000? And I think overall it is. You know, it's fun. It's fun. So I want to thank Scott Harvey Kia and in Ewing again for providing the channel with yet another Kia for review. And I want to also thank everyone that has watched the video today. Please do me a favor and like the video if you've enjoyed it. Please consider subscribing by clicking that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see you guys on the rebound. Take care, everyone.